My rainy day marshmallow floofs. Coffee cheers to you. It is I, Hallie, with today's weekly reading book review. I believe it is July episode 2, although I feel like I just found out it's the month of July. So what you gonna do? All right, the books I read, finished, might read next. You know what we do here. Okay, the first one I finished, The Pumpkin Princess and the Buried Castle. I feel like this one took me way too long. It's a middle grade fantasy, second in the series, a little bit Nightmare Before Christmas-y. Band of 3 people, so a little bit HP-like, and our main heroine, Eve, has been adopted by the Pumpkin King and is in the realm of the undead, learning to be princess, and things are going awry, bad guys they have to find, and another bad guy appears, and, you know, drama and adventure, and finding yourself and coming into your own powers with the help of friends and community. So I love the layout of this book with those black edges. So cool. And there's little chapter headers at the beginning of each chapter. So thoroughly enjoyed that. If your kids like Nightmare Before Christmas and things a little bit spooky but not too scary, highly recommend The Pumpkin Princess and the Buried Castle. Obviously for advanced readers. This is not a small, not beginner readers. It's not an early middle grade. It's, you know, 10 plus for your advanced readers. Cool. Also, I love it when things look like it's glow in the dark color. It just makes me happy. Okay. The next one I read, not sure I should have. I don't know. There was like 6 times I almost DNF'd it. And then I thought, okay, so let me start at the beginning. The Mysterious Case of the ALPERTON Angels by Janice Hallett. I read one of her other books. I was not impressed. She's popular. People like her. Just not for me. It's just not for me. So as I mentioned, there were like 6 or 8 times I almost DNF'd it. But like it's written in this, like some of it are WhatsApp messages and some of it's movie scripts and some of it's diary entries. And so I like the scattered, eclectic format. So I thought it would take not so long to read, but it took me all week and I just didn't like it. It had some twists at the end there I didn't see coming, but it doesn't mean it was good or happy or edifying or, you know, I wanted to read it and I borrowed it from a friend because they thought it was fine. And I'd read it before. And again, the multi-format's fun for telling fiction story. It was just not edifying. It was sad. And why I wanted to read it was like, because it's a cult and a cold case. And then I didn't like it. I thought everyone was mean. And I get confused with all the names by the end of it. Wasn't for me. Okay. Totally different, totally better. Favorite read of the week. Then I read this one and stayed up way too late for my bedtime last night because I had to finish it. This is Where You See Yourself by the one and only wonderful Claire Forrest. I got to meet Claire at Highlights, now called Boyd's Mills, last fall. So I have a little signed book plate before I could get the book. Actually, she mailed me the book plate, I think. Anyway, delightful. This is YA, but published by Scholastic, so appropriate for all ages. I think there's like 2 cusses, but nothing terribly scandalous. It's just growing up. She's a senior in high school, and she's disabled in a wheelchair, and golly, there is a reason why people who read fiction are more empathetic, because it just opens your eyes to so much that you just take for granted. Without being an issue book, I feel like this was just a compelling read. She happens to be disabled, but then you realize all the things she has to deal with that I take for granted, being a person in a wheelchair. So totally cool. I loved it. Again, it's her senior year, deciding in colleges. She has a dream school she's nervous to tell her parents about because it's in Brooklyn, and just all the things of visiting colleges, acceptance letters, and there's a cute boy, and you know, she deserves to have crushes and be seen for more than her wheelchair. No, there's best friends falling out, all the things. So it's YA with all those delightful plot points and personal growth and friend growth, and it's just compelling. Turn the pages, read it, and I loved it, and ends at prom, and so happy. So Claire's next book comes out early next year. Super excited. Gonna go get that ASAP. Anyway, Where You See Yourself, Claire Forrest. I love you, Claire. So good. Claire's very funny, by the way. She's a delightful human being and loves to travel the world, which is amazing. Yes. Okay. Where You See Yourself. Okay. I'm going to take a breath. Okay. The one I'm currently reading, you saw me, you know, having lunch at Culver's because I'm cool like that. This was the one I was reading. I still have 2 tiny short stories left to go. There's 4 short stories in this one, and the longest in the middle that I just finished this morning with my, you know, 3rd cup of coffee is People Who Talk to Stuffed Animals Are Nice. This is by omae. It is Japanese fiction. Yes, this is a Harper Via Voyager edition, so it's super cute, super tiny. Fits perfectly in my little Sula purse. And yes, I have my collaged Shakespeare bookmark in there right now. And it's just a beautiful book design. Like, it has this little flap, and then you have the bookcase cover you can take off too, and then it's still a teddy bear, and I love it. So it is Japanese fiction, so some heavy emotional topics, mental health, college, etc., dating, not dating, all the things. So yeah, I like it. Not that it's light and fluffy, but it's such a good looking book, and I love quirky short stories. And the people who talk to animals are nice. It's a college club where they talk to stuffed animals. They have a big tatami mat room, and the college club is talking to stuffed animals, because it's hard to talk to each other because you feel like you're putting your burdens on someone else. But you know, friendship evolves. Okay, great. So that's currently reading. That's it. Because like I told you, I stayed up too late finishing Claire's book last night. Okay, other stories this week. I made myself finish the last 40 minutes of Rebel Without a Cause. Bleak, man. But as my pal Katie said in book club last year when we read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, people have always been people. So this movie, again, mental health, absentee parents, with, you know, thinking they can just throw money at their kids and they'll be fine, gun violence, and again, mental health for teenagers, and helicopter parents with anxiety versus the absentee parents. And whew, people have always been people, man. Hard to watch, so I colored during the last bit of that, but glad I finished it. It's a classic. I don't know. James Dean, he existed. Okay. Anyway, also, maybe you know I'm a Project Runway super fan, and this is season 4 of my DVD collection when Christian Siriano was on, and of course, spoiler alert, 20 whatever years ago. Season 22 just started on Disney, Hulu, whatever, and watched the first episode. It was amazing. So I love the new Project Runway caption writer when they do their little talking heads to the camera. Hilarious. They put little snarky things in there. I do not like that they don't tell you who gets kicked off till the next week's episode. Driving me nuts, but Thursday's coming, right? Okay, might read next. I don't know why I do this. And I say that every week because who knows? It's reading mood. So here's some books I pulled from my TBR that I may or may not read, but have been on my mind as I stare at them from my perch on the couch, staring at my TBR files. So this one, yeah, Harper sent this to me. This is the Princess Diaries, the graphic novel. Gotta love a graphic novel palette cleanser. And you know, I shipped Princess Miye. So good. This one, when I went to Asheville for my writing retreat, I was talking to the Malaprops booksellers, and miiiight is one who wrote the Dollar Dream Store duology, and they said this one's totally different, and I can't wait, and it's super tiny. So when bookshop.org had their anti-Prime Day and free shipping, I picked this one up. This is Break Room by miye. So Korean fiction, tiny and pink. Can't argue with a pink book. Also, this beautiful book, I just haven't read it yet, and I keep wanting to purge it from my stacks, and then I keep hearing more wonderful things about it. So this is middle grade, The 9 Moons of Hanyu and LULI by Karina Yan Glaser. It is dual timeline Chinese history. That's all I know, but it's middle grade and apparently amazing. So I probably need to read that one. And I doubt it'll be, I'm not saying it's going to be painful. I just, you know, sometimes it's hard to pick up a book you think is going to be important. So we'll see, but it's lovely. Looking forward to that. Yeah, but it's going to be great. And this one is huge. I don't know why I'm feeling it. This one, it just always tempts me when I see it in a bookstore. And so I finally got it. This is Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. Oh boy, read that upside down and backwards and sideways. So yes, J.M. Miro. Here we go. Yep, Ordinary Monsters. Again, the blurbs, it just all sounds good. And it's a big fantasy book, and we'll see. So kind of hefty-wise giving me Jonathan Strange and Mr. Neural, probably because there's a raven on the spine too, but I've read that book multiple times. I can make it through this one at least once. So Ordinary Monsters, love that cover. Looking forward to that. Yeah, it might take a week or two, but I want to read it. So we'll still talk about it in the meantime. Okay, let me know what stories you're reading, loving, enjoying. I'm gonna go fill up on more coffee, make some oatmeal, and we'll talk later, okay? Substack coming this week. I know I still haven't done June. So it'll be June, July's, and you'll just have one newsletter for me this week. So make sure you're subscribed to that. Crayon Box Happy Mail is going out, has been delivered. You already have your painting time-lapse video for the month of St. Joan the Opossum. So good, with Emma Stevens' poem there. So go check out the Crayon Box. I'd love to have your support there. And in my Substack this week, because of things, and they answered my question on Plot Twist Pod this week. Thank you. Shout out Soman and Victoria. I'm gonna give you a little timeline of how publishing's going. Or not going. I'll tell you. Okay.